Hello and welcome back to Brandywine Stitches. Today is February 18th, 2025. This is Flosstube number 18. Starting the year off strong, making lots of progress, even though there's been a lot going on in my life. So let's go right to the progress, and then we'll touch on the life happenings a little bit towards the end. So, what have I been working on for the last 2 weeks? Well, our WIPGO calls were number 7 and number 8. For me, those came up as Amethyst and the Rainbow Dragon. Both of those I wanted to do 500 stitches on, and I'm happy to say I met my goals. And it's not even, I had them done before the middle of the month. Look at me go. So let's start with Amethyst. So I will throw in a picture of where you saw her last. And this is where we are now. So as you can see, a lot of progress. So I put in almost over 700 stitches in her. That's pretty dark with me. Try that. There we go. So I put in almost 700 stitches on her. Sorry, my light is sitting like right over here, blinding me, and trying to get the best. Hold on. There you go. So you can see I've got quite a lot of progress done. Like I said, almost 750 stitches, I think. So I'm about 0.7% complete. So we're nearing my goal of 1% complete on Amethyst, which is amazing. Usually I do the 10 by 10 blocks of color, but I don't know. I picked everything up this year and I just said, I don't want to do it. I'm just going to color complete in a section. So that's kind of what I was doing. Partially also with this one, I had to do 100 stitches in a purple color for the challenge group I'm in. So it's really washed out. I'll actually try and throw in a picture of what it actually looks like so that way you can see the colors a little bit better. So I had to do 100 colors. I had to do 100 stitches in a purple shade, and I just tried to keep it all 100 stitches in one shade, and then I just kind of kept following the colors and just ending the threads so that way I didn't have to have a bunch of parked threads. It's working for me right now. I think with the projects that have less colors, more blocky colors, it might be a good option for me. Obviously, as she gets into like the moon, the trees, the woman in the middle, like I'm probably not going to be able to do color by color. I'm going to have to probably revert back to my 10 by 10 blocks. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, that's where we're at with Amethyst. So that is that WIPGO call done. My other WIPGO call was Rainbow Dragon, which is again this free pattern that we got from Artisy through Markup RXP, courtesy of Artisy. That's what I wanted to say. So this is what it'll look like. I'll throw in a picture of where we saw it last. And again, my goal was 500 stitches, which I did 501. And also this one, I'm doing color completion just because it's like 6 stitches and then you change a color and then 6 more stitches and you change a color like this. This is all parked threads. I was getting tired of it. So, yep, we transition this one over to 100% doing it color completion, and it's looking really cool. You can see that the jaw's coming down this way. You can actually see the cheekbone here a little bit if you can see that detail in there beyond the parked threads, but looking really cool. So this one I will probably 100% keep with the color completion, because as I was going back through it, I looked at my back and went, yikes. That's where I was doing parked. This is where I switched to color completion. So Rainbow Dragon's probably going to stay color completion. But that one is also at 8.1%. Woo, 8.1. So we made quite a bit of progress there. So that was my Whip Go calls for February. Those are complete, which is super exciting. Now we're just waiting for March's calls to be released next week, I think, or end of this week. No, it should be next week. So we'll let you know what those are next time. So what else have I been working on other than my Whip Go calls? Well, like I said, I'm back to doing the monthly challenges in one of the Facebook groups. So I ended up having to work on Big Cats, which I will throw that in here so you can see what it's going to look like. This one is by Tilton Crafts. This one's also blocky color, so this one I was also I was debating, like, do I want to do the color completion? Do I want to do the 10 by 10 blocks? I'm keeping this one 10 by 10 blocks, just because. So, here we are. This one got exactly 200 stitches, and she's at 0.7% complete. I know it all looks black, but I promise you there's like 2 or 3 different colors in there, so not a lot on that one. And the other one that I had to work on was the Final Fantasy VII Highway Scene, which is this one here. This one you can tell is 100% blocky, all up in that, in the top corner of the sky, so that's obviously where we're starting off. I will throw in a picture of where you saw it last time. And this one I know I did debate between doing color block or 10 by 10, and I was like, this one we're just going to stick with color block. It's going to keep it easy. So here is where we got to. So I finished off, I had 2 parked colors. It's absurdly long and absurdly short, so it's a little awkward. There we go. So I had 2 parked colors, that's why you see 2. And then I finished those, and I had to pick up this light blue one, and I just kind of kept working with it down here. I figure I'll probably work in like 2 or 3 blocks, like 10 by 10 squares, and just kind of track those across. We'll see. We'll see where I go. So this one got 249 stitches. And this one is at 0.4% complete. So, yay there. And this morning, I started working on the storybook sale. So, I had just caught up with the September section last time I had it out, and was starting on the October side. So, working a little bit more on October, added in a couple more books over here, and then I was like, well, let's come down and record. So I'll be working on this one a little bit more later today. Gotta put at least 200 stitches in, maybe more, we'll see. So that's where I'm at right now. And let's see, that's all I did for cross stitching. I've been working on a pair of socks with this yarn. Had to turn the lamp off so it wasn't getting washed out. So it's really pink and yellowy orange and white. I don't know the colorway off the top of my head, but you'll never find it because it was a Joann's color. And even before Joann's announced that they were closing a bunch of stores, including 2 in my area, this yarn was gone. So sad. But luckily I have just enough in this cake to do a pair of socks, so yay. But here's my sock. I had to rip it out and start again because I did not measure my feet. I've spent my whole life being like, yeah, I wear a size small. I wear a size small. Size small socks, let's go, let's fine. And then I was actually stitching it, and I measured my foot. Too small. So apparently I'm a size medium in these, so I had to rip it out, start again. So that's where we are. We've got, and it's kind of a good thing because I actually had less of the ribbing cuff done on my original one than I have on here. So that's where we are. Hoping I can get a good chunk done on the cuff before next time. I did order a new set of cables that are a little bit shorter because I'm finding that these are awkward to deal with and just kind of slowing me down. So I had seen someone have cables and they were pretty much that size and it's just knit, 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 and you don't have to worry about, pulling that through. So they're supposed to arrive today. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they move a little bit faster with them. So that's all of my stitching, all of that. But yeah, surprisingly I have a lot of stitching done these last couple weeks. Didn't think I was going to get that much. So short story, and then if you guys want more, we'll have a ramble later. Came home from my conference last month, end of last month, so about 2.5 weeks now, to find out that my cat, who is going to be 10, had stopped eating and had lost a bunch of weight. He was hiding. He was just lethargic, wasn't acting right. So I took him into work with me when I went back in after the weekend, because I flew in on Thursday, had the weekend off, went back to work on Monday, brought him in with me, ran some blood work, found out that half of his liver enzymes were severely elevated. His blood plasma was jaundiced or icteric. So for those of you who don't know, who aren't in medicine, this is like a straw color. This is what your plasma and serum, which is the liquid part of your blood, that's what that's supposed to look like. His was yellow, like almost highlighter yellow, like, oh, yeah, yellow, which is not good. So that tells us that there's definitely something going on with the liver. We took some x-rays, nothing definitive. He had a lot of really low low red blood cells and platelets, which kind of go hand in hand with the liver. So it's been stressful 2 weeks trying to rehabilitate him, nurse him back to health, because even though I am in medicine, my field is underpaid, and I don't make that kind of money that, well, I probably do, but I have kids and bills and other things, and I don't have the money available that I needed to send him for hospitalization, for forced nutrition and repeat blood work and IV fluids and all of this. So I've been doing a lot of nursing care on him at home, and just kind of dealing with him. So that's the long and short of it. So fingers crossed he got a little bit better, got a little bit worse, so fingers crossed he's going to continue to get better, because he's my baby. Gotta have him. So we'll keep you guys posted there, but I'm going to go work on Storybook South some more, and go snuggle my toddler and my baby kitty, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and I'll let you see what March's numbers are. If you guys want to hear more about my cat, the more thorough story, let me know. I might record, not a live, but a stitch with me where I just record me stitching, and then voice over the story. So if you guys are really interested, let me know. I will do that. Until then, I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and I will probably have haul, because like I said, Joann's is closing. I'm gonna go load up on a bunch of DMCs, so that way I don't have to worry about trying to find that. So, alright, you guys stay warm. I will see you guys in 2 weeks.